Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Slough joint manager Neil Baker. How are you, Neil?
Yeah, not too bad, John. Yeah, obviously, disappointed today, but yeah.
Yeah, so reflecting on the defeat away at Arlesey.
Yeah, I mean, we went in at the end of the game and obviously disappointed that we haven't come away with anything.
Tough day though, tough day with, in terms of, talk us through the team that you put out.
Yeah, we've had, things are going too well, weren't they? We won 3 games on the bounce and, we hadn't picked up any injuries and, our luck since we've been at Slough is something that's always going to happen. And we unfortunately got a message from Guy. He had an accident on the stairs this morning and had hurt his instep, and basically said he was probably unlikely to be able to play. We got there and he was limping, and after seeing Kev, he was declared unfit. Also, Jake was suffering. He was actually okay on Thursday, felt okay from his injury on Wednesday, but then had problems with it Friday. Another one had to come and do a fitness test, and unfortunately he didn't feel comfortable to properly play. He felt he had a problem there, and we made the decision that he'd need to sit on the bench, and he needed to sit on the bench because we didn't have anything else. We were sort of pretty much bare bones, and then obviously throughout the game we've got Ryan Parsons had sort of had a problem after about 15 minutes with his groin. He'd sort of highlighted it, but said he'd be okay to sort of try and continue. And unfortunately, that's probably made that a little bit worse. And he's had to come off. You've also got a problem with Adrian Sears. He's done his ankle. That looked like quite a bad one. Dobbo's hurt his shoulder, and yeah, it's been a bad day. We've lost the game 1-0. Did we deserve to lose the game? Probably not. We didn't play brilliantly today. I think the lads were probably feeling effects from the last 2 games where they've worked their socks off. And I think that we were just maybe a little bit off it. However, we've had plenty of chances in the game. We've hit the crossbar. We've had 2 penalties turned down. Had a goal disallowed where Adam Cornell's standing in line, and he was convinced that Darryl was a yard or 2 on the side, as did their centre half. And we visited their box countless amount of times. The way we had to play today, especially second half, was, especially when Ryan come off, we had to go to a 3, and it left us a little bit exposed. And at times they did get us on the break, but we had to throw caution to the wind a little.
Yeah, so obviously out of 3 tough away games, you picked up 6 points. Would you have taken that beforehand?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you have to put things into perspective. We've got 6 massive points against Truro and Corbin, and you're disappointed you haven't got 3 points today. I'd have taken a point after about 20 minutes. To be honest, I'd have taken a point at the beginning of the game. We just had that feeling where there was some tired legs in that changing room tonight or today, and obviously with the Guy's situation, Jake's situation, and then obviously Ryan pulling up after sort of 15 minutes, I'd have probably taken a draw. And I know that sounds stupid when you're playing a side at the bottom of the league, but it doesn't matter. This league has shown already that on the day anyone can beat anyone, and unfortunately it's not gone our way today.
Were you disappointed by the amount of set plays you had without actually kind of converting any?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've had chances, and the balls just haven't quite dropped for us or whatever, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get days like it where everything's not going to, or nothing right's going to happen, and that was today. So you have to take it on the chin, and over the course of 3 tough away games, we've picked up 6 points, and at the end of the day, I'm delighted with that.
Okay, now looking forward to Tuesday. Obviously, you talk about having injuries. You've got Hungerford in the Bucks and Bucks Cup.
Yeah.
Have we got 11 players to put out?
Probably not. At the moment, we've got a number of issues for Tuesday at Hungerford. We're going to have to get on to the Bucks and Bucks FA on Monday and see if they will relax the rule. Unfortunately, there's a 7-day rule that if a player's not signed on 7 days before, then they can't play in the competition. We are right up against it at the moment, and if they don't relax the rules, I'm not quite sure what we'll do, because I don't know what sort of side we're going to be able to put out, because we've got a number of issues, not just the ones that we've highlighted. There's one or two others that might be struggling for Tuesday as well.
2-3-5 or something.
Well, yeah, I honestly at the moment I couldn't possibly tell you. It's definitely now not a game that we need, because we have got some serious issues. But we'll have to speak to the Berks and Bucks and see if there's any way that they will relax the rules a bit. I don't know. Normally county FAs don't. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to speak to Kev tomorrow. Speak to one or two, Sunday, Monday, and see where we're at really.
So will you and Unders be out in the market having a little look round?
Well, we can't for that game. Absolutely can't. Because unless they turn around and say, yeah, we'll relax the rule and you can sign a player on, I can't see them doing it. It's the most ridiculous rule I know in football. And it sort of undermines for me county cup competitions, because you don't know what's going to happen from week to week, and to not allow you to sign a player the day before the game or 2 days before the game, it's just a ridiculous rule, and that's why people do slate county cup competitions at times, because it's ridiculous. And we're in a position where we've got players that actually we do need to rest, because there's one or two that are carrying niggles, and we might not be in a position to be able to do it. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get a side out. It's that bad.
Would you look at taking anyone from Betsy's youngsters?
Well, we might have to, yeah, But then if we're down to 7 or 8 fit players, and you're trying to throw 3 or 4 youth team lads who've never even been in and around the first team, it's a tough ask for them, and you're up against a strong Hungerford side. I don't even know if the youth team lads will be eligible. We need to find that out. So it's Tuesday's not something that I'm overly looking forward to, and we'll have to try and deal with that. But let's let the dust settle after tonight. Our main focus is Saturday, and trying to get one or two of the lads that got injured fit for Saturday. At the end of the day, our main focus is the league, and a win today would have been a great win for us, and unfortunately we haven't got that. But we do have to remember that we're not entitled to win any game, and the lads didn't not work hard today. They worked hard, and they just didn't have the rub of the green today. And yes, our quality in the final third, balls necessarily into the box, some of our approach play wasn't great, but you can't fault them. You can't say that they didn't try or anything like that. And if anyone did, then I'd be really surprised that we just had an off day. Yeah.
So overall, not too disheartened, but the injury concerns is more of a pressing matter.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, as a manager, when we lose a game, it absolutely knocks me for six. I'm devastated. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't feel like that today. I feel disappointed that we haven't got anything from the game, but. These things happen in football. Fair play to Arlesey. They defended well. They did what they needed to do to get the points. And you have to take your hat off sometimes and understand that it doesn't always happen. I remember last year we went to Leighton and lost 1-0. And they defended for their lives. And to be fair, Arlesey did that. I mean, they could have put it to bed a bit earlier, because a couple of times they had a few breaks. So it happens. But today I'm not too downbeat. We've had a fantastic sort of 10 days. We have to take today's defeat on the chin and look to go again.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and as ever. And moving forward, I'm sure you'll let everybody know as soon as you know more around injuries, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I say, we probably won't know till Sunday, Monday. As I said, I can't see Jake. Dobbo, Searsey, Ryan Parsons, or Guy. I can't see any of those 4 being fit. So that puts us under extreme pressure to get a side out, really. So we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time as ever, and have a good weekend and good luck in your search.
Yeah. Cheers, John.
Thanks.